From the largest land carnivore to the king of the savannah, join us today as we ask, what makes these animals so destructive? Number 2 will eat your face. What more can be said about the great white shark that the movie Jaws hasn't already terrified us with? The simple truth is that these are some of nature's most perfectly designed killing machines. Great whites can weigh over 4,200 pounds and grow to be more than 20 feet long. Their bite is among the fiercest found in nature, and they have rows of serrated teeth ready to replace any that break off. As a shark shakes its head from side to side, the teeth act like a saw, tearing large chunks of flesh off their prey. If there were any intentions to be read from a great white's deep, dark eyes, they would likely be kill, eat, meat, now. Their senses are also top-notch, science fiction type stuff. Special sensory organs called the ampullae of Lorenzini enable them to detect the electromagnetic field emitted by living animals. In other words, there's no escape. They're going to zero in on you at 35 miles an hour. With a chest thicker than Arnold's in his bodybuilding prime and arms larger than a WWE wrestler's, the gorilla is one of nature's most intimidating animals. When the silverback male starts pounding its chest, all other creatures know that it's game over. A gorilla's massive skull features long, sharp canines and one of the most powerful bites on the planet. At an estimated 1,300 pounds per square inch, its chomp surpasses that of the grizzly bear. The large canines are not used by the gorilla for predation, as its diet mainly consists of plant material. It will, however, chomp down on any perceived threat in defense of their troop if brute strength alone doesn't get the job done. A gorilla is also 6 to 15 times stronger than an adult human. How strong is that, you ask? Well, there have been reports of them breaking the thick glass at various zoo enclosures. So about that strong. For some, it might be hard at first glance to see hippos as the deadliest mammal in Africa. They seem more like the kind of animal that you could hang out and have a beer and pizza with. Except that they aren't, and they most definitely will kill you for literally no reason. They're the 3rd largest mammals in the world, and their closest natural relatives are cetaceans. That's right, these bad boys have whale blood in them. Hippos are among the world's most dangerous creatures as they're highly aggressive and unpredictable. In fact, they kill more humans per year in Africa than any other animal. They have the ability to open their massive mouths at almost 180 degrees and bite down with great force. Their ivory canines can grow up to 2 feet long. And don't be fooled by their bulky bodies either, as they can sprint up to 30 miles an hour and swim faster than humans. Not a good combo. It's pretty common knowledge now that the lion isn't the king of the jungle, simply because it doesn't live in the jungle. Lions call the savannah of the African continent their home. These big cats are a remarkable combination of agility, strength, and sharp killing tools. They live in groups called prides and take down prey in coordinated attacks. It's these hunting techniques that make lions arguably the most destructive of all the big cats, because jaguars, leopards, and tigers are mainly solitary predators. The female lion does most of the hunting, while the males protect the pride from intruders. And now it's time for some misguided meditation. Imagine you're in the wild and you encounter a thick-maned, heavily muscled male lion. It roars at you, exposing its massive canines, then starts sprinting towards you. What do? Nothing, you're dead. Lions have been known to be man-eaters. Between 1932 and 1947 in Tanzania, a pride of lions known as the man-eaters of Njombe killed and ate hundreds of people. Pop quiz, hotshot. In terms of fatalities, which is the deadliest animal on the planet? Here's a clue. The female of the species is the most destructive. See if you can guess the correct answer in the comment section below, and stay tuned till later in the video to see if you're right. Rhinos? Yeah, they're basically living tanks. The largest of the species are white rhinos, which are mainly found in South Africa. Males can weigh over 5,000 pounds and measure up to 15 feet. The rhino's most distinctive feature are the two horns on its snout, the foremost of which is the largest. The horns can be used in territorial battles or for the casual impalement of anything the rhino feels threatened by. The rhino's heavy head is supported by prominent muscular humps, and their bodies are covered with thick skin made of layered collagen. For a long time, humans have been hunting rhinos. There's a common misconception, particularly in Asian countries, that its horn can cure diseases and increase virility. None of this is supported by science, and it falls under the category of mystical mumbo-jumbo. And unfortunately, it leads to many of these animals being needlessly killed. If this was a list for most confusing names, the tarantula hawk would have definitely been the winner. But don't start looking for flamethrowers online just yet, as we're not talking about winged spiders here. The tarantula hawk is actually a wasp that owns a mean sting. The Schmidt Sting Pain Index scale places it at 4, which is its theoretical maximum. The poor researcher described the sting as, quote, blinding, fierce, and shockingly electric, end quote. Perhaps the most terrifying thing about these creatures is the way that they hunt tarantulas. A female wasp will paralyze a tarantula by stinging it between the legs. And then it drags it to a specifically prepared brooding nest and lays its eggs in the spider's abdomen. As the larva hatches, it eats the spider from the inside out. It keeps the spider alive by avoiding its vital organs for as long as possible. The baby wasp will then burst out of the tarantula's abdomen like an alien and take its natural place in the cycle of terror. There was no way that the planet's most venomous snake wasn't going to slither its way onto our list. The inland taipan strikes with blinding speed. It can deliver multiple bites in a single attack and is more accurate than a Navy SEAL sniper. Then there's the venom, which is among the most toxic in the animal kingdom, and specifically designed to kill mammals like you and me. The venom is a deadly cocktail that consists, among others, of neurotoxins, hemotoxins, and myotoxins, which means that it simultaneously targets the brain, the blood, and the muscles. The primary causes of death are respiratory failure and cerebral hemorrhaging. Brute strength is not the only way to become feared in the animal kingdom, and few creatures are better evidence of that than the box jellyfish. They're notorious as being the planet's most venomous animal. A box jellyfish's tentacles are covered in millions of exploding cells, which release microscopic venomous darts upon contact. The venom of one species, known as the sea wasp, is strong enough to kill 60 adult humans. The box jellyfish's sting has been described as the feeling of being branded with a hot iron. Death may occur within as little as 2 to 5 minutes, barely giving you enough time to be embarrassed that you were killed by a jellyfish. What's that? You want to learn more about a creature that can crunch bones like Doritos? Well, here you go. The saltwater crocodile is the largest crocodilian species in the world, and it owns several features that make it a nightmarish predator. The upper part of its body is covered in plates of armored scales, and the muscles in its jaws are specifically arranged for clamping down with incredible power. The killer croc's bite strength is unrivaled among all living creatures. The bite of the exceptionally large individuals can deliver nearly 70,000 pounds per square inch. The croc is such an effective predator that it's barely had to evolve for millions of years. It will lie in wait at the edge of a river, jump out teeth first, and drag their prey to the depths below. One of its most terrifying attacks is known as the death roll. Once a croc clamps down, it will start turning its body to dismember its prey. It's like a lethal version of the twist, and the saltwater breaks it out when dealing with large animals. It's answer time! So which is the deadliest creature on the planet in terms of human fatalities? If your answer is anything but mosquito, then you're in for a ride. Female mosquitoes have a modified mouthpart called a proboscis, which enables them to penetrate skin and feed on blood. In doing so, they transmit a bunch of potentially dangerous diseases to humans. The annual death toll of mosquito-borne illnesses is at least 1 million. According to one horrifying approximation, mosquitoes may have killed half the people who've ever lived. That's right, these insects are our very own version of Thanos. Remember those wholesome Coca-Cola ads that featured friendly polar bears? Well, those cute, cuddly creatures have their own version of tasting the feeling, and it involves ripping to shreds anything with a pulse. Polar bears? Largest land animal on the planet. The males can weigh up to 1,500 pounds, and they can measure up to 10 feet tall when standing on their hind legs. They're strong enough to pull seals, weighing several hundred pounds, from the water onto the ice. Their thick hides of fur offer insulation as well as protection, which is not to say that any creature in their natural habitat would ever think to mess with them. Polar bears own curved claws, they have a vicious bite, as well as 42 teeth ready to chew through the finest meats in the Arctic Circle. These creatures are hyper-carnivorous apex predators, and they don't hesitate to go after humans. Thanks for watching. Which one of these creatures did you think was the most devastating? Were there any that we missed? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss any of our newest videos. Bye.